Ever get this feeling like you're reading a news story, and it's not just the headline, you know? There's something deeper going on.
Yeah, definitely.
That's R. Kelly for me right now. This Supreme Court thing, it's got layers.
Hmm.
So we're doing a deep dive today all about R. Kelly and this Supreme Court decision. Let's break it down.
Sounds good.
Okay, so first things first. We're talking about a new case, right?
Right.
This isn't about the stuff from a few years ago. This is Chicago. This conviction was for child sexual abuse images and enticing minors.
Mm.
The sentence, 20 years.
Wow.
20 years. And get this, his lawyers tried something interesting. They went after the statute of limitations.
Oh, interesting. How so?
They wanted it shorter, obviously.
Yeah.
I guess hoping for, like, less severe charges or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's tricky though, right? Because you have to balance like holding people accountable, but also, can you really try a case decades later when memories are fuzzy?
Exactly. And evidence is probably long gone.
Exactly.
So, what'd the Supreme Court say about all this?
Well, they decided not to hear the case.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They just opted out.
Basically. Which means the lower court's ruling stands. Longer statute of limitations stays put.
Huh. I wonder what kind of precedent that sets.
Right. And here's the other thing. They didn't say why.
What? They can just not give a reason.
Yep. It happens. Makes you wonder if they're just avoiding the whole mess, you know?
Totally. Especially with what we know about the evidence in this case. There was a video, right? And I mean, I don't want to get too graphic,
Of course.
but it wasn't good. I mean, for the jury, seeing that.
Oh, for sure. Visual evidence like that, it's powerful. Way more impact than just talking about it. It shows the reality of what happened.
And the victim, Jane, her testimony was really something. You could tell this wasn't just legal stuff for her.
Right, this is her life.
Exactly. And it makes you think about the bigger picture, right? Like this whole Me Too movement, this is part of that.
100%. We're seeing this debate everywhere. How long should someone be held accountable for these kinds of crimes?
Right. Is there even a time limit on justice?
Exactly. On one hand, you have victims, and their trauma is often lifelong, should it matter when the crime happened.
Right, right.
But then, think about the accused. Can they get a fair trial decades later? Memories fade, evidence gets lost. It's a tough one.
No easy answers at all.
Nope.
So where does that leave us? You think the Supreme Court's going to have to address this head on eventually? I mean, with all these high-profile cases?
I think they're going to have to. It's too big to ignore. We need some clarity, legally speaking, on how to handle these cases.
I agree. Because this is about more than R. Kelly. This is about how we as a society want to handle these situations. How do we balance justice for victims while still making sure everyone gets a fair trial?
Big questions.
Big, important questions. And ones I think we're all going to be grappling with for a while.